Welcome back to Viking Vision. I'm your host, Mariah. A daily break for social and emotional learning is SEL, is advancing educational equity and excellence through school, family, and community partnerships to achieve better learning and environments and experiences. This can be used for students and teachers. Here's Mark showing you examples.
Here's an example of what to do during the days. Monday, check in. What's your favorite holiday or time of the year? Brain break. Take 3 to 4 minutes to walk around your house, and if you have pets, give them some water. Closing. Something you enjoyed about today.
So I enjoyed editing this video. So hope you guys liked today's Viking Vision. Yeah.
For more information on these resources, check out the weekly planner.
Going back into the Pride Matrix, this week we are going to be talking about the letter E. The letter E stands for empathy. Empathy is a word that most people hear but don't really know the definition behind it. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. The whole meaning of empathy is to understand the person and where they're coming from and thinking about how they feel. Being empathetic just strives to make you a better person by showing grace and giving respect to others. We all can be a little more helpful to each other and strive to pursue the things you want by just giving a little bit of empathy.
Veterans Day is coming up on November 11th. Veterans Day was created November 11th, 1919, the first anniversary of World War I. This day was created to celebrate everyone who fought and gave their lives in the war to end all wars. Make sure to say thank you to all.
Good morning, Vikings. I'm Patty Sanchez, your host, and you're watching Viking Night Live is a special segment that highlights staff members on our campus. Tonight, we have a special guest. Most of you guys may know him as the only chemistry teacher at West High, Mr. Oliver. So the first question is, how are you?
I'm doing good. I think I'd be a lot better if the kids were here, live teaching and it's kind of hard to do the Zoom stuff with, all the blank screens and things like that. So, not a whole lot of feedback, which is, it's a little discouraging, but other than that, I'm doing well. Just getting along through this.
Glad to hear. So for the second question, is teaching a class over Zoom difficult for you?
I think it's more like I said, discouraging a little bit because you don't get the feedback, you don't have the relationships with the students through a Zoom meeting. They don't get to have the experiences of chemistry, like labs and the things that you would expect as a student in chemistry, and a lot of that stuff that's fun, that brings the learning a little more excitement. So we're doing our best to make the most of it, and I'm trying to learn about my students and develop relationships and stuff, but it's kind of hard. So
Yeah. And for the last question, tell us 3 interesting facts about you.
well, not much, but like I was talking with Anthony, and he's not from Bakersfield, and neither am I. I grew up in Huntington Beach, California, and actually at about 19 years old, I came and lived in Taft. So I moved from Huntington Beach, which is beautiful, nice,
Mm-hmm.
weather, and then I lived in Taft for a little while, and I worked in the oil fields. And then that made me realize I needed to go back to school and get a degree and not, be an oil field construction worker all my life. But so that was a good thing. It was a hard thing, but it was good to learn. The other thing is I grew up playing soccer, and I played 1 year for Bakersfield College. So I went from Taft, I came over to Bakersfield and went to school here. And then actually came over when I first started teaching 26 years ago at West. I coached for 4 years. I coached the soccer team. So that's a little bit about me that people might not know.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that you taught the soccer team at West. Thank you, Mr. Oliver, for being on tonight's show. Tune in next time for another special guest.